Good day time, my fuzzyites, and welcome back to 1080 Snowboarding. Good day time, my fuzzyites, and welcome to a quick review of 1080 Snowboarding. This game, overall, isn't too bad. For me, I didn't like when you're going in the air and you land wrong, you fall down. It felt very... Sometimes it was fine. Over time, I kind of learned with my own mind, subconsciously, where to be and whatnot, so it does work out in the end. But it's very tough to know, and some of them I still don't fully understand how to land. But overall, it's a fun game. It's basically just a bunch of snowboarding things. You get 6 full courses and also 2 trick courses. And it's fun. It's inoffensive. I enjoyed it. Although, again, it's kind of hard to know how you're supposed to land so you don't bail out and whatnot. But, regardless of all that, I recommend the game. It's on the Switch Online expansion pack with an N64, which is how I played it. And I recommend it. It's fun. It's fun to pass the time. But without further ado, let's go into the the story. And there's not really a story here. There's a match race thing, which takes you through 3 different courses. Starting off in Green Circle, you go through 4 of the courses. Then you go into, what was it? What is it? Square Circle, or Blue Sphere for hard mode, which has 5 courses. And Expert Black Diamond, which has all 6 courses in it. In each one, the same order. The order is the same for all of the things. The computer players get a little faster, better at not bailing and whatnot. And overall, it's pretty well good. Again, not much of a story. You kind of just go through, you win, that's it. Yeah. Beyond that, there is also time attack mode, trick mode, contest mode, which is all just random stuff. Again, not much story here to tell and whatnot. But going into it, you do have 5 characters to choose from, being Hensaki Kamashi from Japan, Dion Blaster from Great Britain, Rob Haywood from America, Akiri Hayami from Japan.
Yeah.
Or is it China? No, that's China, I think. Wrong flag. I apologize. Kensaki Kamachi and Akari Hayami are both from. Let me just double check. No, I was right. It was Japan. Right? Yes, Japan. They are both from Japan, and Ricky Winterborn is from Canada. They don't really have much personality. You kind of just choose them. They have their own stats and whatnot. Yada, yada, yada. And they just serve as whatever. You can also unlock a Iceman, who is basically just blue and reflects stuff. A Goldman, who is gold and reflects stuff. And a Panda Head for Rob. But overall for characters, they all have their own different levels, techniques. They all have their own stats and technique, max speed, balance, power, jumping, and even the boards also add to it to give them a little bit more. So it's your run-of-the-mill race skiing thing where characters do have a stat to them, so you pick the best one that you want to get. Besides that, going into the areas. What areas were there? No, not time attack. I should go and check out Trick Attack. So you have, like I said, you have 2 trick things, only available in trick mode and contest in between it comes up, being Air Make and a half-pipe course named Half Pipe. The main racing courses are Crystal Lake, Crystal Peak, Golden Forest, Mountain Village. All 4 of these are done in every course from Green Circle to Black Diamond, and then Blue Square, as in Dragon Cave, and Deadly Fall is added for the Black Diamond. In all of them, they work really well. My favorite is Dragon... Is it Dragon Cave? Dragon Cave being very beautiful, it's very nice, it's very well decorated, and a nice thing to go through. With Deadly Fall being what I would consider just a normal straight down snowboarding venture where you're just going down a hill without any buildings, some weird stuff still, but it's more natural. And I like that for an ending. It did really well. But they all look very nice and have their own little things. Like Mountain Village, you go into some ice caves and then come out into like a town with some, for some reason, unsnowy hills and whatnot. So there's just grass you're going down, but through a village. Golden Forest has a lot more trees and whatnot to get in your way. Crystal Peak had stuff. Yeah, and the others just have some good stuff, but all in all, they're all different. They have different paths, different difficulty going through them, and they serve their purpose well, and I enjoy them all. With, of course, Dragon Cave and Deadly Fall being my favorite. But yeah, it gives you enough variety, gives you enough different ways to go through, a lot of jumps and whatnot to do tricks, although tricks aren't a main thing in the game unless you're doing contest mode or trick mode. But yeah, but beyond that, the gameplay is you're on a board, you can pull the Z button in order, or I guess Z button or RZ or LZ button in order to crouch down and go faster. The A button you use to jump, the B button can be used to do tricks as well as the Z button to do some spins. And overall, there's the modes. Oh, no. Each mode has its own way of going through things. Like I said, match mode has the 3 difficulties, starting with 4 for easy, 4 courses to go through for easy or normal. Hard has 5, and Black Diamond has all 6. Time attack mode, you pick one of the 6 courses, and you just try and beat the time without going through without having to go through match race against anyone. Match race, you do go against an opponent and try and beat them down the hill. And Trick Attack, all 8 courses, 6 running courses, and then the 1 ramp course and half pipe course. You just try to get a higher score tricking off it. And Contest takes the 3 courses and the 2 trick courses and puts them together to do a little thing to try and get a higher score than everything else. Starting with Crystal... Dang it, now I have to go back in. Yeah. So you start in Crystal Lake, getting points, and after you do that, you go into Air Make, Crystal Peak, and then Half Pipe, and finishing off in Golden Forest, trying to get the most points in order to get on the board. There's even a training thing which shows you how to do every trick that's unlocked to your character for you to do. So overall, there's a lot to do. The main match races are tricky, but not impossible usually. Every character has their own way of staying on the board. Some it's easier not to fall down, some it's harder to not fall down. Speed isn't taken into consideration and whatnot. But all in all, it's a normal skateboarding game. There's a race mode, trick mode, The trick mode outside of the trick thing in contests don't really help you at all. During race mode, you do have a damage meter, so if you fall down, get hit, and whatnot too much, run into people too much, you could lose. So you have to kind of get used to not falling as much while keeping ahead and not running into things. And overall, in conclusion with the game, it's fine. I don't like how janky the tricks can be. It's very hard to pull them off reliably when you want to. You kind of just mash and then it comes out and hope you do good enough. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's a little annoying. And the other thing is trying to figure out how to level your board so it hits the snow right so you don't fall was also a problem for a lot of it. Again, over time I got better just naturally knowing, okay, at this part I'm here doing this and whatnot, so I got used to it. But yeah, all in all, if you like a snowboarding adventure where you race people, do tricks, and there are some unlockable characters who aren't the best, but whatever, this is fine. Not the best I've played so far. I think the Shaun White snowboarding vacation, whatever, all around the world was a little bit better because there was more. Every course you did had a few challenges to it to give you a little more to do, whether it be collecting, doing tricks, and whatnot. Tricks gave you a meter that could help you out later on. But for this game itself, it's pretty well done. It's pretty well done. Enjoyable enough. I probably won't be back to it, but it's good. I played it. I'm happy I played it. I'm happy I got all the unlockable characters, the one unlockable board. Everything is done. And I'm content with just leaving it. And as I will leave this review. So, thank you, my fuzzies, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review, watch the gameplay, or play the game for yourself. It's fun. And I'll see you next anytime. Take care.